Just how tough is it to get in a situation like that when you're down 6 out of, coming on the top of the first?
It makes it very difficult. This team probably, I've tried to keep it as even keel as I could, as I can in difficult situation. I think this team finally saw me lose it in the first inning because it wasn't about the 6 runs. It wasn't about how we came out to play. It was about the mentality. And when I went out to the mound to take Zach out, to see the body language on the field, the body language in the dugout is unacceptable. I mean, we're playing for our lives right now, and yeah, bad things are going to happen. But if this team doesn't have enough confidence, that we never want to give up 6 runs in the first inning. We don't want to walk the leadoff hitter of the game. But things happen, and we've got to overcome that. And I was very disappointed in this group on how we handled it. When the horses were out of the barn, I thought the swings got a little better, got a little looser. But still, we left. You look at the scoreboard, and if you didn't watch the game, you thought, well, LSU had 13 hits and Tennessee had 11, but they had 11 runs and we had 3 runs. We left too many guys on base, too many opportunities again, and they were able to clutch up when they had to, and that was the difference in the game. Besides some of the miscues we had over the course of the game.
What did you see from Zach? Obviously, he walks the first guy on 4, and it seemed like he kind of never got out of it.
When he threw his first 4 pitches, I was a little concerned because he didn't have the zip on the ball, and then just things happened. And then credit to LSU that their first 3 hits weren't exactly scalded, but they put the ball in play with 2 strikes, and that's baseball. I mean, I heard some comments in the dugout. They're not, chink hits. That's baseball. I mean, if you don't walk the first 2 guys, maybe those things don't happen after. And it isn't about luck. I think you create your own luck sometimes. I mean, it's not that other teams are lucky and we're not lucky. You kind of create your own luck.
Did you see the body language get better at all?
Yeah, I did. I did. I just, it's a lot easier to play in a game when you're down so much, and that's the part that concerns me a little bit. When the horses were out of the barn, I thought we played a little looser, but we still squandered some opportunities. I mean, I don't care what the score is. We're a swing away at certain points in that game. We were a swing away from being back in game. This is college baseball. The wind's blowing out to left field, and I have confidence no matter what score. But it's a mindset. I mean, it's a mindset that you're going to do whatever you can to win.
Max had 3 hits. What would you think of his return to the lineup?
I've been very proud of how Max has returned. He's still a little sore. We saw it this week in practice. He's really controlled his swing a lot, and that's what happens sometimes when guys are injured. They don't try to be so wild with their swing. He's controlled the swing and kept the swing in the zone, and it's paying off for him. I think he's done a very good job. Last night when we had the hit and run situation, when he chopped the ball up the middle, that was just unfortunate. It was bad luck that the ball was hit right to where the infielder was going. But I think he's had some good at bats for the most part throughout the weekend. So I'm very proud of him.
Seemed like you guys were tuned in throughout the day. I know Nick had the line drive out with the bases loaded in the 8th, but hit it on the screws. Vincent hit a line drive out, but the most hits you've had in almost exactly a month.
And the only positive I could come out of this is that I'm hoping that there's some confidence that was built throughout some of their bats throughout the game. The tendency for me is that I want to see someone do something when it really matters, and that's the part that we're going to have to do. We keep continuing to watch other teams come up in big situations and give quality at bats, and it's paying off for them. That's what we need to do. I just looked at the box score. We left 12 more guys on base, and that, I think at one point someone told me in the dugout we were 1 for 19 in the series of runners and scoring. It's hard to win games when that's the case. I mean, you've got to be able to put the ball in play, and sometimes it's not just a hit. It's just putting the ball in play to give yourself an opportunity to score runs. And for whatever reason, that has crept in with this team, and we're going to have to figure out how to fix that immediately, because I see that the game is dwindling down. They know what's going on. I'm watching every score of all the other teams in our league. I know last night we got help. Today was a big game. Hopefully we'll get some more help, so we're right where we were at. Tomorrow even magnifies tomorrow as a bigger game. So I'm watching every day what we got, and I think we're getting some help from other people that are around us, so that they're not taking care of their business either, and it just keeps us close. But we're going to have to push that door down to get something done.
Sorry.
I was thinking, when you say you lost it on him a little bit, I mean, what did you say to him, and what do you think got through?
Well, it was the body language. It was the body. It was a defeated body language that I hadn't seen a whole lot with this group. And not today's today. Yesterday was yesterday. Yesterday's game really wore on me a lot. It wore on me a ton last night. That we had an opportunity to beat a really good pitcher, a good team, and we squandered it, and magnified even today even more. And then to see us get down early, it wasn't so much, obviously I was disappointed that we gave up 6 runs early, but it was the body language that that I saw out there. That it was like, well, here's another game, and to me, it's things happen in baseball, and you've got to continue to get to the next pitch. Those are the tough teams, the teams that can get to the next pitch and let it go. And I thought, like I said, I got him up, and I got on him pretty good, and because I have a lot of pride for this uniform and what we represent, and sometimes the scoreboard doesn't indicate how hard you could play, and I didn't think we really were manning up to those situations.
Does it feel like you're a total back against the wall kind of mindset with five teams vying for those last few spots to get in the Hoover?
Well, yeah, I feel that way. But to me, if we're playing that way, I think there's some plays on the field that if our back's against the wall, I can continue to tell this team we have nothing to lose. And I think there's some plays on the field that we could leave our feet and keep balls from falling in the outfield, some balls on the infield that before they leave the infield. That's backs against the wall. You're going to do whatever it takes to win, and we need to get more guys on board for that.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.